Hello, my beautiful Libras. Honest Am here, the editor and the creator of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another empowerment monthly intuitive read. So if you are tired of blah, why do I mess up every time? If you are tired of creating vision boards that never come true, this channel is for you. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne of God, what we say, it will not stop me. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get right into it. This is going to be intuitive read for the month of January to see what you guys have in store. So let's just go get right to it. All right, God, what messages do you have for my beautiful Libras to become the alchemist of their lives, to help bring heaven on earth, or just to do magic in public? God, what do my beautiful Libras need to know in the month of January 2021 to become the alchemist of their lives, to create change? What potential obstacles or blocks may be in the way? What victories or overcoming and manifestations may be waiting for them? Make it as plain as possible. We got it on my plan. Angel number 129. Ooh. You guys, make sure you check out the description box below. There's always additional guidance, angel messages, as well as information about booking with me at honestlysooks.com. All right, guys. So, this is interesting. Ooh, this is very interesting. All right, guys. So leading into overall, going into your month of January, your month of January is going to be all about gossip. When I get the message off this card, I kind of feel like the message to you is to not get caught up in gossip. Do not get caught up in what other people are thinking about you. This is also the green chakra, what has to do with the heart, and for me, I feel like it kind of deals with you taking like other people opinions on, or what other people think about you, like you really taking that to heart. And I feel like what God is trying to say for the month of January, this year 2021 is going to be all about you like stepping into your faith, and like you not even stepping into your faith, but you stepping into the fullness of yourself and really doing what is true to you and what's on your heart, and not allowing other people or what other people may think to get in the way of that. Angel number 248. Underneath this, that's kind of like feeding this energy of gossip, is release. And this is a gray or a neutral card. And I feel like this is the crown chakra. I want to say, but I will get the book to get just a little bit more information. But the message that I'm kind of getting from this is just that I feel like what God is saying is that for this month of January, you're going to need, in order to get rid of the confusion, because that's what's kind of that was underneath this. So to get rid of some of the confusion and like kind of like the grayness, the cloudiness, the worry that you have, God is saying that you have to block out those other people and what those people may be saying about you. But don't take my word for it. I'm actually looking at books to get some more information. So for gossip, these are, as I said, these are our heart chakra card, and it is about discovering the wisdom of the heart. So for gossip, it says this card represents the truly open heart with no personal agenda other than love. But it could also indicate the opposite: rebellion and denying your gifts. An inability to follow your heart can appear to others as careless or strange. Yet in truth, everyone wishes they have the loving openness of Charisse, whatever this is. Let's listen to this legend. I never met a person I didn't like. Charmaine is an eccentric and kind. From the greenhouse to her from her fascination with scarves, she is a topic of town discussion. After her death, the local people discover her incredibly detailed paintings of their town and realize she was an extraordinary artist who painted their lives with love. They feel sadness for never having really known her. Charmaine suggests that appreciating differences is key. This card is warning you that you may lose a valuable relationship if you do not appreciate what you have. So, wow. That's very interesting. So that's what that card is all about. Still in line with the message that I was getting before. This is embracing the universal spirit of consciousness, and these are neutral cards. The 7 chakras, so the crown chakra. Pretty heavy stuff. So these are dealing with your first, the upper half of the bati. See all that you are, for you possess a power that you have not yet to understand. This may feel daunting, but great freedom awaits as you meet your shadow self. Profound inner wisdom is coming to you. Stand steady. You are more than you know. And it says, I can no longer keep your secrets. Nikita cuts through the graveyard as she rushes home in the wind and rain. She is terrified when Shadow Gray Storms appears and speaks in her own voice, repeating painful things she has said to herself and others. It's all your fault. I'll never forgive any of you. As she listens in the rain to her own words, she learns that she was the one who has been making herself miserable. She leaves the graveyard with a change of heart and ready to forgive herself and others. This is about the personal responsibility and release of blame. It is time to clear the debris and move on. You cannot move forward while you continue to hide. This indicates family issues. Am I ready to face my past and let go? So I actually, when I was reading that, the message that I'm kind of getting, hold on one second, guys. So the message that I was actually kind of getting as I was reading that card was that I feel like there's like two group of you. There's a group of you who, because you are very entrenched and very caught up in like your family and what society thinks about you, because you kind of bought into like your place in society and how people view you, you're not able to go after what you truly want. You're not able to go on an adventure to cultivate your skills. Like what I get, the energy that I'm getting is that you're very successful in the material, societal, like way. You're very successful, but deep down inside, you're sad. Like you're angel number 1717. It's like you're not even confused, but it's like you are just in this fog. Like it's just a disconnect. It's like, I don't want to keep saying it, but it's like a disconnect. I feel like there is either some of you or one of you who you're very successful, but you're not successful doing something that you love. You're successful by society standards. You're successful because of your family. Immediately what I'm getting is the Wendy situation. And thank God, I'm so happy that her mom finally was like, I'm proud of you, do whatever you want to do. But immediately I was thinking about, and when I say Wendy, I'm talking about Wendy from Real Housewives of Potomac, and she is of Nigerian heritage, and she has like 4 degrees, and she's a professor at Johns Hopkins, like all of this fancy, very accomplished stuff. And in the Nigerian community, because she has all those degrees, her mom, like her and her sister had these degrees, her mom holds a high status in the community. And that's how a lot of Nigerians and a lot of the foreigners, period, like they feel like you have to be a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that in order to be proven successful. A lot of foreigners and Black people included, we don't go after our dreams of creating art because they say that that's not realistic or anything. But it's like we have all, I don't know, I'm not going to say we all, but I know I have been just seeing like art is what moves the world. Not only is it the most powerful thing that you can do, it is also the most spiritual thing that you could ever do. There's actually a quote from what is the name of it? I got her other book right here. I'm trying to see if I can think of the name. Damn. I have like a whole bookcase right here. I'm trying to find a book. The right. Yeah, Julia Cameron. She has a book called The Artist's Way. I'm so glad I found it. The Artist's Way. And it's all about, there's a quote in there that she has that says, as I chase my creative dreams, I move closer to my divinity. And I can personally vouch for that myself, as I have went on my journey of writing my manuscript and, even being here on YouTube, doing this tarot reading. Like there is really something special and something that you can't even describe that happens when when you're creative. Like it's just really the most powerful thing that you can do. And I honestly feel like this is a group of artists or suppressed artists or people that have dreams, creative dreams and ideas and pursuits that they want to do, but they just don't I don't want to say they just don't feel like it's possible. They feel like they're so entrenched in the life that they have. And I feel like what God is trying to say is that you can have the life that you really dream of, not the life that people are expecting of you. And so I feel like what God is asking you going into this month of January to release, to get out of this place of confusion, to stop this fog from happening. God is asking you to release people expectations, ignore people gossiping, ignoring people opinions of you. Dr. Maya Angelou have a famous quote, and maybe it's not a famous quote, but it was something that she said in a iconic conversation with her and Dave Chappelle, and she said she doesn't pick it up, and she doesn't let them lay it on, and she don't pick it up, meaning that when people compliment her, she's not, she doesn't allow that to go to her head. And when people diss her, she doesn't allow that to go to her heart. So it's all about you finding this inner peace and you doing what's true to you. So God is saying, if you want to come out of this confusion, if you want to come out of this worry and staying up at night, if you want to truly have a transformation, you have to move out of this place of being like, damn, because I kind of feel like, I honestly really feel like you just feel like, life is over, like you kind of feel like, well, I already did this, it's too late to change. And God's saying it's never too late to pivot. Angel number 1115. Let me hurry up. All right, God, clarify this message of gossip and release. How can my beautiful Libras overcome this? How can they let go of people's perceptions of them, taking people's opinions and gossip to heart, and just embrace their true self? How can they, get out of this place of personal entrapment and just go after their dreams? What do my beautiful Libras need to know, God? Make it as plain as possible. Angel number 1158. Y'all are my first reading of the day, and I feel like I needed, I don't have enough caffeine in my body. It's like I don't have enough caffeine in my body to, do this. So, bear with me, y'all. Oh, I love this. I absolutely love... Woo! Y'all, this is so fucking powerful. This is so fucking powerful. Angel number 1237. All right, let's get into this right away. So at the top of your reading, what's kind of going into the gossiping, what's kind of interfering with you not going after your true heart's desire is that you really don't know what you want. There's just a lot of, and maybe it's not that you don't know what you want, but there's just a lot of options on the table. There's a lot of different things that you can choose. There's a lot of different paths that you can take. And I feel like what God wants you to do is he wants you to kind of get very clear on what do you really truly want? At the end of the day, to get out of this place of confusion, he wants you to just, for now, maybe just for this month of January, this is not saying that you can't ever, do other ventures, but he's asking you to try to narrow down some of these things and just find one thing to focus your energy on. So often, we don't do transformations, and we shoot ourselves in the foot because we try to do so much at once. You want to change your career, you want to build your business, you want to do a diet, and sometimes you just can't do all of that shit at once. So God is asking you in this month of January, maybe you need to ask yourself, what is one thing that I need to focus on? What is one area of my life that I need to allow myself to focus on? What's one thing that would truly allow me to feel joy? Another message that I'm getting on this is that if God tells you, if you pick something that brings you joy, if you focus your attention on what brings you joy and not all the things that these people are telling you that you should have and you should worry about, you will feel better. You won't be so affected by these other people. Contributing to the confusion of all of these options and all of these things that you can make, God is saying he wants you to pick where you want to go so that you can go on a new adventure, so that you can have an expansion. You want to have this expansion, but there's just so much chatter in your mind. And I bet you as soon as we pull out these other cards, it's going to be something about meditating. I just feel like it's a lot of thoughts. I feel like you're thinking about a million things at once. Instead of facing the reality of, I don't like this job is not for me. Oh my God, why does this card look like Beyonce? Okay. Anyways, but keep that there. I feel like what it is like you want this fresh new start. You want to go on this adventure. Oh my God, you have powerful energy under here. But it's like there's just so much confusion and so much chatter. And so God is asking you to not only bring your vision, not only bring your focus into balance, God is asking you to bring your emotions into balance as well. It's your emotions are just all over the place, and it's because you're worried about what everybody else thinks instead of just being like you're looking at these cups, and instead of you just being like, you know what, I want that cup with the heart in it, or I want this. Like, instead of just picking, or instead of just being silent until you know exactly where you want to go, it's like you're allowing everybody to have you all over the place. And so God is asking you, bring your emotions into balance, bring yourself into balance by you not getting so caught up in the chatter and what other people are saying. It's just going to give you more of a clear focus. I feel like God is saying, I feel like you're just in a toxic environment and God wants you to get out of it. But he's not asking you to get out of it in a way that is like, you're being combative or you're telling people you're fucking toxic. Like, it's no need for you to combat with those people. Remember this story here about this lady, how she used to dress crazy and dress weird, and those people used to talk shit about her, and come to find out she's this amazing artist. So God is saying you have to get out of like trying to do things for other people and trying to like put on this show and just focus on where you're trying to go. This strength card is all about like taming the voice on the inside. So immediately what I'm getting is God is saying, instead of buying into the gossip, instead of, even telling people your plans, just do things differently. Take a soft and slow approach. You have the strength, you have the capability to walk away from these people and these things, but it's on you to make that decision. Angel number 1711. Underneath this what release, we have the 7 of Wands, and right away, as I see Beyonce, I see somebody that is standing their territory. So what God is saying is that you have to decide what's important for you. You have to decide what's worth going on a new adventure for. Once you make these decisions, once you figure out where you need to put your attention, it will help you have more of a focus and bring your emotions in balance. Once you're able to do that, God is saying continue to focus when these people start gossiping or when these people just do what they typically do. He's saying don't go back and forth with them. Don't argue with them. You just stand your ground in your inner strength and your inner knowing. Because he wants you to release this worry. Yeah, he wants you to release this worry. All right, God, very quickly, give us a tool. Give us a tool that my beautiful Libras can use to overcome this gossip. How can they get rid of the confusion of people tugging their attention everywhere else? How can they get clear and focused on their expansion and where they are going to go? What tools or advice do you have about them balancing their emotions and staying cool, calm, and collected in the face of gossip? How can they hold their ground without being combative, but staying true to their heart? Make it as plain as possible. One card, please. All right. My career is one of creating a joyful experience. What was I just saying? Angel number 1906. Or what was I saying at the top of the reading? There is someone in it. There's whoever's watching this. You have a very successful career, but you're not happy. And God is saying that you don't have to just do this job because it brings you money and all of that other stuff. You can actually choose something that is worthwhile and that will bring your life into balance and will make you feel powerful beyond all measure. I can create a life. My life is one of creating a joyful experience. If your dominant intent is to feel joy while you are doing the work, your triad of intentions, freedom, growth, and joy will come quickly and easily into alignment. See your career as one of creating a joyful life experience. You are not a creator of things or a regenerator of what someone else has created or a gatherer of stuff. You are a creator, and the subject of your creation is a joyful life experience. This is your mission. This is your quest. This is why you are here. So God is saying the better it gets, the better it gets. So God is asking you this month of January to take that leap of faith. Allow yourself to not just be stuck in this job because it looks good on paper. God is asking you to really, really, really get clear about where you want to go, because it will bring your life and your emotions and just everything into balance. Total balance and fulfillment. All right, God, what happens if my beautiful Libras leave behind the gossip? What if they turn away from this job that is no longer fulfilling them and look for something that allows them to create a joyful life experience? What comes for them? What help awaits them? What fortune are they guaranteed? What happens if they stand their ground and be the beauty and the beast? You guys have some powerful, powerful cards. The Magician is sitting right under the Fool. So God is just saying, it's all here for you. That's why the Strength card is out. You just need to be the one to take the leap of faith. Reflection, your life is, friendships in your end may come to, here we go. Reflection, friendships in your life may come to an end. Other ones can blossom and become stronger. So God is saying not everybody that you have around you is for you. So it's time to stop being in that toxic environment. It's not worth it to be around somebody just to say that you're around them. And underneath it, God is saying, and you know this, you know these people. That's why God is saying release it. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It is a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest in some money. So let me go ahead and wrap this message up for you, beautiful Libras. You beautiful Libras, your month of January is going to be all about getting clear on your goals and not allowing gossip or other people worry to deter you from your dreams. God is asking you to move away from doing things that are commonly known and commonly practiced, and to really create a career of living happily ever after. Know that you can have a joyful, you can have a career of living joyfully, living happily ever after. But God is saying what's going to happen, but what needs to happen before any of that is some self-reflection, a need to bring your emotions and your emotions and your feelings and your vision, all of that needs to come into balance. And the only way that that's going to happen is by you taking that time out to reflect and to really think about where you're going and not getting caught up in the gossip and the clutter. God is asking you to not be combative during this month of January. When people say you're acting funny, or people say, oh, why are you doing that? Don't get caught up into it. When stuff starts getting rocky, know that the better it gets, the better it gets. So know that only great things are coming for you. Only great things will be on your horizon as long as you defend your ground, release the worry, and trust your intuition. All right, my beautiful Libras, that is all the messages I have for you. If it was beneficial for you, please give me your key takeaways down below. If not, at least give me a thumbs up. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Namaste. I hope that you enjoyed it. Ba-da-ba-ba.